Now don't forget, you can use code DYNAMITE to save 10% off any order over at Control Freak, including for the brand new Black Ops 6 Edition thumbsticks, which do come with an in-game charm. The code is in the packaging, and you'll also get a collector's coin for every purchase made through their site. But I also partner with SteelSeries, who just came out with the Mr. Peaks booster pack for their Arctis Nova headset. They also came out with a Monkey Bomb mousepad and even more. You can also use code DYNAMITE to save upwards of 12% off your order. What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the Season 1 Battle Pass operators, teasers that you may have missed, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and about a week ago, Detonated went ahead and launched the Codex, a zombies intel hub which currently has every bit of the narrative from Cold War, Vanguard, MWZ, and of course Black Ops 6. Yes, the original story is also going to get added in the coming months. But on top of that, plenty of articles have also been going up, keeping you guys in the loop with all things campaign, multiplayer, and even zombies. Now, with that being said, as of yesterday, Call of Duty unexpectedly went ahead and revealed a part of the Season 1 multiplayer update. This included 3 new multiplayer maps, all of which support 6v6, with one of them also supporting 2v2 gunfight. Now, Treyarch did promise more maps that will be getting added within the mid-season update, so that's going to be around the middle of December, and I did expect a little bit of marketing earlier today, which didn't end up happening. I guess because of Election Day, that just makes sense, so I would expect a full-fledged blog post and roadmap either tomorrow or maybe even Thursday, around an exact week before the start of this new content. Real quick though, I wanted to go ahead and mention that some folks in the community are speculating that the multiplayer map Hideout does look like it could be one of those rumored maps that got borrowed from the MW3 DLC season and could have been saved for Black Ops 6 because Treyarch just needed a couple of extra maps, right? That rumor was never confirmed by Activision, but I think compared to the other maps they did showcase, there is a bit of a hint of Modern Warfare in the way that that map looks compared to the other experiences, Heirloom and even Extraction. Now, something important that did get mentioned in the caption of the Season 1 multiplayer tweet is that Season 1 is going to be focusing on the criminal underground, and what that means is that a couple of these maps, if not all of them, probably take place within Avalon, and the ending of the campaign definitely set up quite a bit that I believe is going to be explored over the course of 6 seasons when it comes to Avalon, right? We're on the hunt for remaining Pantheon agents and what could be a follow-up to the Cradle bioweapon, so there's probably going to be a number of maps set in Avalon that we end up seeing over the course of this year. But from the caption of this multiplayer tweet, we can actually infer who may end up becoming playable operators in Season 1 through the Battle Pass and probably other means. So some major characters from the campaign that for some reason aren't playable in multiplayer yet, and I say for some reason, but it's pretty obvious they're saving them for some type of bundle or Battle Pass. We have Savati Dumas and even Felix, 2 phenomenal characters that did play a pretty large role, especially in some of the Avalon-focused missions. We actually got 2 of them that I can remember off the top of my head. One is very early on in the campaign, and the other one is in the casino much later towards the end. Now, considering Savati Dumas has a lot of experience with Avalon and knows a lot about the crime syndicates that do business there, it would make a lot of sense if we're going to be exploring the criminal underground of Avalon thanks to the assistance of Savati Dumas and maybe even Felix a little bit later. But without going off on a tangent, this again does kind of add some fuel to the conversation about why Avalon should have been the big Warzone map that releases no later than maybe Season 3 because of how relevant it is with the post-launch story and even with multiplayer. Hell, Avalon's even relevant to zombies, which is crazy, but then that might have opened up a can of worms to whether or not they're going to be reusing assets from Warzone for MP and zombies. We're not going to go off on that right now, but obviously we could also expect some other playable skins for Adler and even Park, who as of right now are only playable if you buy the Vault Edition. Now, there's other Adler skins that have been seen, some of which we even saw in the campaign, which can all end up being added in as Battle Pass skins or bundles that we end up seeing throughout the first couple of seasons. Without a doubt, though, we're going to end up getting alternate outfits for the most popular characters in Black Ops 6, such as Adler, Woods, Marshall, and probably even more. Now, obviously, Blackcell is confirmed for Season 1, and like I mentioned in a Season 1 recap video about a week and a half ago, the new icon for Black Ops 6 Blackcell did end up getting leaked out on on Twitter, and none of the images that we're going to be talking about got copyright struck, so they seem safe to discuss in videos or to promote over in articles. Again, if things do get taken down, I'll of course add a disclaimer in some future videos about what we can and cannot talk about. But the Cerberus logo does have a little crown on top, which is going to signify that that's the new Blackcell icon for every upcoming season. And if you bought the Vault Edition, you'll also end up getting the Blackcell Battle Pass bundle for Season 1, plus some additional tier skips. As far as who the Blackcell operator can be, if it follows the trend of Modern Warfare, then we could expect a completely separate operator if you buy Blackcell, which will obviously be behind that $30 paywall, on top of other tracer blueprints and other bonuses that we may not know of yet. But with the replacer already being confirmed as a playable operator, and considering the fact that we actually got a preview of him inside of Warzone, that also has me thinking that it's totally a possibility the replacer could end up being a Battle Pass operator. Maybe not in the main Battle Pass, since they usually want to focus on the canon operators that further the story in each pass. At least that's what Black Ops Cold War did, but maybe through a separate bundle, or even as the Blackcell character for the season. Wouldn't mind that at all, to be honest with you, but either way, we know the replacer is probably going to be added within the Season 1 window. Now, it's also really interesting and also fueled the idea to make this video. As you guys pointed out on stream earlier today, there is a leaked operator that is currently nameless, but appears to be someone we could end up getting in the Season 1 Battle Pass. Now, there's also some images that popped up of what appear to be some live action photo shoots, and the character that got leaked out as a playable operator could, I believe, be seen in the background of this image. Obviously, they use live action photo shoots as reference before putting together some key art or some type of promo material for a Call of Duty game. We probably see this with every game, to be honest with you, but when it comes to this character in particular, he's currently nameless, but could end up being a character that gets added in with the Season 1 Battle Pass. Now, one thing I do want to mention is in regards to the Battle Pass structure for Black Ops 6. I do believe we're in for a bit of a redesign to how the Battle Pass map looks, how the sectors are laid out. I think Modern Warfare changed things up quite a bit from what the Battle Pass model was during Modern Warfare 19, Cold War, even Vanguard. So I do think we're probably due for a bit of an overhaul again as we enter this new era of Black Ops. So I don't think we're going to see a Battle Pass that's laid out exactly like what we got for MW2 and 3. With that, I also wonder if Battle Passes will at all work a little bit differently. I mean, I'm curious if we'll go back to more of a traditional looking layout. I'm also curious if with the upcoming blog post, will they end up fully unveiling the entire Battle Pass like they were doing with Modern Warfare? Or will we go back to those days like in Cold War, for example, where Battle Passes were a bit more of a mystery, right? They'd market it, they'd drop a trailer, they'll show a couple of images in a blog post, but they wouldn't reveal nearly every single sector in a blog. We'd have to wait until the launch day of a new season to actually go through every sector for ourselves to see what's being offered. But if they end up following the Modern Warfare schedule, then we should end up getting a full Battle Pass reveal, probably on around November the 12th or the 13th, about a day or two before the start of the new season, and right around when the preload also gets added into the game. With that may come some spoilers and leaks that could pop up online, and I'm curious to see if any of those leaks do end up getting struck down, because Activision was pretty strict during Modern Warfare 19 and Cold War, not so much with Vanguard or Modern Warfare, so I'm curious to see what is okay to talk about and discuss once something may potentially end up leaking. But something great that I pointed out as of recently is that nothing is really leaked, nothing substantial at least, for Black Ops 6, and that's a great change of pace so that things could be more of a surprise when content actually gets marketed or when content is actually released. But the last thing I'll end with when it comes to the Season 1 Battle Pass is in regards to other content we could expect aside from operators. So I first want to point out the weapons that have since been leaked out as of a couple of days ago. The KSG shotgun also joins the list of the FAL, the M72 Law, the 5.7, even the SAR-80. Several weapons that we've seen in other Call of Duties over the years, some of which we haven't seen in maybe over a decade. So you can definitely expect some of those weapons, if they aren't scrapped and if they weren't initially planned for launch but got repurposed, you could probably expect some of those to be a part of some of the sectors in the pass itself. I would also really hope to see the return of classified sectors every time a Reloaded update does roll around. That just adds more spice to a Battle Pass, more bang for your buck essentially, and the ability to do additional challenges to get bonus rewards and even a ranged weapon during the mid-season. But I think as part of quote-unquote filler content for some of these sectors, you can also expect gobblegums for zombies, some other XP tokens, and cosmetics, which could include loading screens, sprays, even emotes, a part of the ecosystem of Black Ops 6 rewards that we can also see promoted through prestige progression and even some of the basic leveling unlocks. But something that I didn't get a chance to talk about out yet, which thankfully I've saved here for this video, is the fact that if you haven't finished your Season 6 Haunting Battle Pass for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone, your progression in Black Ops 6 has actually been counting towards your Battle Pass tier skip. So if for some reason you guys are like, hey, I still want to make sure I get all of my Modern Warfare 3 Season 6 cosmetics unlocked so that I can use them in Warzone at least for the next few years, because again, you can still use your Modern Warfare content inside of Warzone even when Black Ops 6 integrates with Season 1, then luckily all your game time in BO6 has been helping you finish that Battle Pass, which I know in my case, I was down on some playtime for my Season 6 pass, so luckily that's complete now. On top of that, I also think it would be pretty beneficial if we end up seeing Vault Packs return for Black Ops 6. I know they kind of came back for MW3 towards the end of the life cycle. Essentially, Vault Packs are just some $20 or so bundles that do come with most of the cosmetics or the highlights of a previous Battle Pass. In the case somebody joined the game's life cycle a bit late, or maybe didn't get to finish an older Battle Pass, they'd be able to at least pick up a lot of the operator skins and blueprints that were a part of a season that they just didn't get to complete. Cold War did a good job with adding in Vault Packs for just about every season, then they kind of slowed down a bit with Vanguard, and also weren't really done all that much for the recent Modern Warfare entries. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the Season 1 theme, Battle Pass, currently known operators, and maybe even some weapons that could be dropped on November the 14th? Leave all your thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.